Hey guys, it's Nicole and today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the books I really want to get to in February. I'm continuing on with my realistic TBRs, so there's not too many on this list, but I wanted to share just books I want to prioritize. The first book I really want to read is Not That Bad, which is an anthology of essays discussing rape culture, and it is edited by Roxane Gay. I actually made the mistake of thinking that this was just written by Roxane Gay and not by other authors as well. I didn't realize until I brought it home from the library that I was misinformed by myself. Anyway, I'm still really looking forward to reading this. I don't think it's going to be something I consume in one go. I think it's going to be a book I kind of spread throughout the month since it is such a heavy topic, but I'm really looking forward to diving into this. I wanted to pick this up originally because I've always wanted to read Roxane Gay and I have not. I guess I'm getting a little bit of a taste in here because she does write the introduction, so I'm looking forward to this. I'm really trying to get into non-fiction this year, and I'm going to make sure I put at least one non-fiction on my TBR every month, and this is one we're going to start off with, which I'm excited about. The next book is a book of a very popular author who I have not read anything by, so this will be my first book by Riley Sager, and that is Home Before Dark. I am really interested in this one because I know it's got a haunted house, and I often hear it compared to The Haunting of Hill House, which is like one of my favorite TV shows ever, so I'm excited for it for those reasons, and I'm also excited to get a taste about what this is about, like what Riley Sager has to offer, because he is definitely like one of the big names in thrillers at the moment, and everyone's read him except me, I feel like, so I'm excited to like dive in. Next we have a book I have already started and I am kind of scared to read and complete, and that is Fool's Assassin by Robin Hobb. This is the first book in the final trilogy of the Realm of the Elderling books. So I'm scared because I'm not ready for this to end. I'm scared because what could possibly happen to some of my all-time favorite characters, and my emotional investment is just like, I don't even have words. Like, I am so emotionally invested in this story and these characters. I know I'm in for heartbreak. Like, I'm just in for so much heartbreak. I can't really talk about what this is about. We're still following Fitz. I go back and forth on whether I should say we're still following Fitz, but I feel like it's pretty obvious that you all know this trilogy, the last trilogy, is called Fitz and the Fool. And Fitz is a character that we meet in book 1 who's a bastard of a prince in waiting, and we follow him and his life in court, how he was raised as an assassin to be used as a pawn. At this stage in the story, he's old. Like, I think he's like 40 at the beginning of this, or 50. I think he's 50. To follow a character that we meet when they're 6 to now having him at this age. And, you know, there wasn't really many time skips. I mean, there was in between books, but a lot of the books we saw so much of his life. It's just like, you know, it's just like, it's your kid. He's like your kid at this stage. But I love this series. I fly through Robin Hobb's books. I adore her writing and her storytelling, and I get like addicted to these, but I feel like this one I might take a little bit slow, or at least like the first half I can see myself taking quite slowly, and then I'm gonna get hooked and I'm not gonna be able to put it down, because that's what happens every time I read Robin Hobb. Oh, also Katie gave me this for Christmas, so thank you, Katie. I'm very excited to read it, and of course I am going to send you updates as I go. So this next book I want to get to is called Lost Gods, and I brought this probably a year and a half ago, and I was going to read it like shortly after I purchased it, and I still haven't read it, so I need to try and read this. I don't know a whole lot. I've never seen anyone speak on it, but it does follow an assassin, like a brotherhood of assassins, and I think their magic, or the magic of the world, is related to gods, which that combination is like one of my favorites. So that was how I came across this book and what originally intrigued me about this book. I know that there's like a false accusation of murder that is placed upon the main character, and it's him trying to like clear his name, which I'm like, okay, but they're assassins. But I think it's like someone close to him who dies and he gets accused of the murder. So, don't know much, don't want to know much. I think this is a standalone fantasy. I could be incorrect, but I am really looking forward to just, you know, assassin vibes. I also, if I get the time, am really keen to listen to the audiobook of The Love Hypothesis. I know this isn't like my usual cup of tea, but I've just heard so many things about it, so many good things about this book, that I'm very curious and I want to give it a go for myself. I believe it's like a Raylo fanfic originally, and it's like enemies to lovers, and we're following like science geeks. I don't know, it just sounds like a fun time, and I'm definitely in the mood for something lighthearted. It's also February, so I thought, you know, in honor of Valentine's Day, I should try and throw in one romance at least. And the last book I'm planning to read in February is The Bird King. I grabbed this because I came across it in the library and it just sounds so amazing. It is a fantasy book. The magic was what really intrigued me about this book. So we follow a concubine of a sultan, and we also follow her best friend, who is the palace map maker. And the map maker has this really cool magic, and this is what intrigued me about this book. So he can make maps of places he's never seen and bend the shape of reality with his pen and paper. His gift has proven useful in the Sultan's armies in wartime. So it's got like themes of war as well, and this like really interesting magic, and I'm not gonna lie, the cover like called to me. So I really want to read this. I'm really like intrigued and excited. So hopefully it lives up to expectations. And yes, that is it. A short and sweet TBR for the month of Feb, because I didn't really do that well with my January one, so we're being kind to me. But please let me know if you've read any of these books and if you have any thoughts to share. And let me know what you're also planning to read in February. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying whatever you're currently reading, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!